Q1. What are corporate level and business unit level strategies? Describeth BCG model and General Electric G planning model. Ans. Corporate level and business unit level strategies. In strategic management, organizations operate at different hierarchical levels and strategy must be formulated accordingly. The two most significant levels of strategy are corporate level strategy and business unit level strategy. 1. Corporate level strategy. Corporate level strategy is the highest level of strategy in an organization. It deals with decisions related to the overall purpose, direction, and scope of the organization. At this level, top management decides what industries or markets the firm should compete in, how resources are to be allocated among various business units, and what the overall mission of the company should be. Corporate strategy answers questions such as, should the company diversify into new industries? Should it focus on growth, stability, or retrenchment? Should it acquire or merge with other companies? Examples of corporate level strategies include diversification, related or unrelated, vertical integration, mergers and acquisitions, and global expansion. For instance, Tata Group operates in steel, automobiles, IT, hospitality, and retail all under one corporate umbrella, reflecting a diversified corporate strategy. 2. Business unit level strategy. Business unit level strategy, sometimes called competitive strategy, is concerned with how a specific strategic business unit, SBU, will compete within its industry or market. An SBU is a semi-autonomous unit within the organization that has its own mission, objectives, and competitors. Business unit strategy is about gaining a sustainable competitive advantage by deciding how to position the unit in the market, how to differentiate its offerings, and how to use resources effectively. Michael Porter's 3 generic strategies, cost leadership, differentiation, and focus, are typical business unit level strategies. For example, Maruti Suzuki in India follows a cost leadership strategy by offering affordable vehicles, whereas BMW follows a differentiation strategy focusing on premium features. Thus, corporate strategy is about where to compete, while business unit strategy is about how to compete. The BCG Growth Share Matrix. The Boston Consulting Group, BCG, model, also known as the Growth Share Matrix, is a widely used corporate portfolio analysis tool developed in the 1970s. It helps firms allocate resources among different SBUs based on 2 dimensions, market growth rate and relative market share. The matrix consists of 4 quadrants. 1. Stars high growth, high market share. These are leaders in fast-growing markets. They require heavy investment to maintain growth but can become cash cows as market growth slows. Example, Apple's iPhone during its early growth years. 2. Cash cows low growth, high market share. These businesses generate steady cash flow with less need for investment. Profits from cash cows can be used to support stars or question marks. Example, Coca-Cola's soft drink brand in mature markets. 3. Question marks, problem children, high growth, low market share. They operate in attractive industries but lack a strong position. They need significant investment to increase share, otherwise, they risk becoming dogs. Example, a new electric scooter brand in a rapidly growing EV market. 4. Dogs low growth, low market share. They may not generate much profit and often become candidates for divestment or closure. Example, outdated technology products. The BCG matrix provides simple guidance: build, invest in stars and some question marks, hold, maintain cash cows, harvest, reduce investment in cash cows to maximize short-term returns, and divest, exit dogs. Limitations: it oversimplifies reality by focusing only on 2 variables and ignoring factors like competitive intensity, synergy, and market dynamics. General Electric, GE, McKinsey Planning Model. The General Electric, GE, planning model, developed by McKinsey and Company for GE, is an advanced portfolio analysis framework. Unlike the BCG matrix, which uses only 2 variables, the GE model incorporates multiple factors, making it more comprehensive. The model evaluates business units on 2 dimensions. 1. Industry attractiveness, measured by factors like market size, growth rate, profitability, competitive intensity, technological change, and entry barriers. 2. Business strength, competitive position, measured by relative market share, brand reputation, distribution network, production efficiency, R&D capability, and financial resources. The GE model is represented as a 9-cell matrix, 3 times 3 grid. The vertical axis shows industry attractiveness, high, medium, low. The horizontal axis shows business strength, strong, average, weak. Strategic implications. Grow, invest, green zone, high attractiveness, strong strength. Businesses in this zone should receive maximum investment for expansion. Selectivity, yellow zone, medium attractiveness, strength. Businesses in this area should be selectively nurtured with investment depending on potential. Harvest, divest, red zone, low attractiveness, weak strength. Businesses in this area should be harvested for short-term gains or divested. Advantages over BCG matrix. considers multiple criteria, not just growth and market share. Provides a more realistic and flexible tool for decision making. Helps in resource allocation with greater accuracy. Limitations. Requires large amounts of data, which may not always be available. Subjectivity in evaluating factors like industry attractiveness and business strength. More complex to use than the BCG model. Conclusion. Corporate level and business unit level strategies serve different but complementary purposes. Corporate strategy focuses on the overall portfolio and deciding where to compete, while business unit strategy is concerned with gaining competitive advantage in a specific market. Tools like the BCG Growth Share Matrix and G Planning Model assist managers in portfolio analysis and resource allocation. While the BCG Matrix offers simplicity and ease of use, the G model provides a more comprehensive, nuanced analysis. Both frameworks continue to guide organizations in managing multiple businesses effectively in dynamic competitive environments. Q2. What are responsibility centers? Describe the various types of responsibility centers and their relevance. Ans. Responsibility centers, concept and meaning. In management accounting and control systems, organizations are often divided into smaller units to make performance evaluation more effective. These units are called responsibility centers. A responsibility center is a segment, division, department, or unit of an organization whose manager is accountable for specific activities, decisions, and performance outcomes. The fundamental idea is delegation of authority with accountability. Each manager is given control over certain resources and activities, and in turn, is evaluated based on results achieved within their area of responsibility. This helps organizations align decision-making authority with accountability, ensuring efficiency, transparency, and control. Responsibility centers are essential tools for responsibility accounting, where costs, revenues, profits, and investments are assigned to managers responsible for them. They provide a framework for measuring performance, motivating managers, and linking organizational goals with individual contributions. Types of responsibility centers. Responsibility centers are classified based on the nature of activities and the type of accountability assigned to their managers. The four primary types are: 1. Cost centers. Definition: a cost center is a segment of the organization where the manager is responsible only for controlling costs, not revenues or investments. Focus: efficiency in resource utilization and minimizing costs. Examples: production departments, maintenance departments, quality control sections, or administrative offices. Evaluation: performance is measured by comparing actual costs with budgeted costs or standards. For instance, a manufacturing plant manager is evaluated on how well they control material, labor, and overhead costs. Relevance: cost centers are critical in organizations where controlling operational expenses directly impacts profitability. They ensure managers focus on efficiency and avoiding wastage. 2. Revenue centers. Definition: a revenue center is responsible for generating revenues but has little or no control over costs or investments. Focus: sales performance and revenue generation. Examples: sales departments, marketing divisions, or customer acquisition teams. Evaluation: managers are evaluated on the basis of sales achieved, market share, and customer acquisition targets compared to budgeted revenues. Relevance: revenue centers are vital in sales-driven organizations like retail chains or FMCG companies, where performance is measured in terms of top-line growth. They encourage managers to concentrate on expanding customer base and improving sales effectiveness. 3. Profit centers. Definition: a profit center is a unit where the manager is responsible for both revenues and costs, and hence accountable for profits. Focus: profitability and efficiency. Examples: a regional branch of a bank, a retail store, or a business unit within a conglomerate. Evaluation: profitability analysis, contribution margin, or net income compared to targets. Relevance: profit centers provide a balanced responsibility framework by allowing managers to control both sides of the profit equation, revenues and expenses. They promote entrepreneurial behavior within larger organizations, as managers think like business owners and focus on maximizing profitability. 4. Investment centers. Definition: an investment center is the most comprehensive responsibility center where the manager is accountable for revenues, costs, and the use of assets. Investments. Focus: return on investment, ROI, residual income, or economic value added, EVA. Examples: divisions of large corporations like Tata Steel, Reliance Jio, or Amazon Web Services, which have autonomy in pricing, cost management, and capital investment. Evaluation: performance is measured using financial indicators such as ROI, profit margins, and capital employed. Relevance: investment centers encourage long-term strategic thinking, as managers are accountable not just for operational profits but also for efficient utilization of resources and capital investments. This aligns their goals with shareholders' wealth maximization. Relevance of responsibility centers.